Hi, and welcome to Forever Yoga with Susanna. Today's practice will be a moon salutation. After that, we'll be heading to the mat and do some floor work and some abs and end with relaxation. So gather up what you need. I would suggest 2 blocks if you like practicing with blocks and your yoga mat. And I look forward to seeing you back on your mat, where we will start, like we always do, by getting grounded. Hi, welcome. Today we are going to practice a moon salutation. As you might know, the sun salutations are traditional. They're very masculine, very linear, very warrior oriented. The moon salutation is more lateral, feminine. It flows side to side. So let's get started by stepping over to the right side of your mat. So with your feet a few inches apart, root down, find your stance. Take your mind into the soles of your feet and get grounded. Tune into your breath. And now, taking a next breath in, the arms can sweep up to the sides. And if you like, interlace the fingers, steeple position, arms frame your ears. You can also separate the arms here if you like. Take a breath in. On your exhale, we'll lean towards the center, which is your left. And gently hold, breathe. Take a breath in, up to center, inhale. Exhale, lean out to your right. Hold the half moon side bend. Inhale, exhale up. And now step out, wide on your mat. Extend both arms, 5-pointed star. Tune into your star. Find your breath here. Inhale, exhale through your nose. Now take your heels in and you're in a squat. Arms come out to the sides at 90 degrees. Female goddess pose. Hold here. Option now to energize the third chakra, your power center. And we will do breath of fire. Exhale through your nose, pump your belly. 10 times. Inhale. Go. Now take a deeper breath in. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Place your hands on your inner thighs. And then sit as deep as you are comfortable doing so. Squat deep. And then round on up, straightening the legs. Now sit down again. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to do this 4 or 5 times. It should feel good. You want to feel the strength in your legs and the fluidity in your spine all the way up to your neck. So sit deep and listen to your knees. Squat down only as deeply as feels comfortable and appropriate for you. Great, and then come back up. Excellent. Arms go back out to the sides. Take your right foot, point it to the right. The left heel angles out behind you. Lift up through your torso, extend through both arms. Inhale. Now lean to the right and drop down into your triangle pose. Hold here. Breathing in and out through your nose. Great. Take a breath in, come up, arms extend out. Now airplane to the right side of your mat. Pivot your foot so it's going to be on more of an angle. Hips go to the right. You can make a space for your hips if you would like. Now interlace your hands at your lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and gently lift your sternum. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge forward. You come down only as far as feels appropriate for you. It's also okay if you want to bend this front knee. And if you have blocks you'd like to use, you could use blocks here. I'm going to go ahead and keep the hands at my lower back. Another option would be to extend the arms towards the sky. So you've got lots of options. This is a variation on pyramid pose. So you may be able to come all the way down, nose towards your knee. Breathe in and out. Great. Now bend, hinge back up. Inhale. Exhale. Pivot your back foot now so you'll be on the ball and toe of your back foot. Bend the front knee. and find a crescent lunge. Inhale and exhale. Hold here. Warrior One crescent lunge. Great, take a breath. Exhale, come on down. Drop the back knee to the mat, flatten your back foot, and then come up until your torso is straight up and down, hips forward, both arms up, crescent lunge, low lunge. Breathe and release. Bring your hands to frame your front foot. If you happen to have two blocks work awesome here. Take your hips back, think left hip forward, right hip back. Lift your right toes up towards your nose, so toes to nose, and then nose to knee, and hold here. Breathe into hamstring and calf stretch. Great, take a breath and release. We're going to stay low, and now extend your left leg out, and you're going to start to take yourself side to side. And the side that is extended, the toes lift, and you look at them, and then hinge over the other direction, lift the toes. So please modify this as you may need to. Some of you may need to just be up here, just move like this. It may be a bit too much to be low, but if you can stay low, you can walk your hands over side to side. Sometimes I call this the Spider-Man lunges. Good, and keep going side to side. Feel that beautiful inner thigh stretch. Good. And now, take yourself over to your left. Pivot around, drop the knee, and then we will do everything we did on the other side in reverse. Take your hips back, toes to nose, nose to knee. Hold here. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Bring your torso straight up, and then the arms come. Crescent, low lunge. Breathe. Root down on your feet and your back leg. Inhale. Exhale, float yourself forward. Curl back toes, lift hips up, find your balance, and now you're in the standing crescent lunge. Hold here. Great, now pivot your back foot for more stability. Interlace the fingers at the lower back, lift your sternum, and now hinge forward and draw yourself down towards your leg. Options here to micro bend the front knee. Options here to use two blocks. Options to extend the arms towards the sky. So find a place to hold here and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Come on back up. Open. Hinge towards your left. Drop into triangle pose. Breathe here. Inhale back up. Arms out. Pivot both feet forward. And now heels come in. Female goddess. Back to our goddess. Breathe in and out through your nose. Hinge. Hands on your inner thighs. Once again, do the deep squat and straighten up. When you come up, squeeze your butt. Sink back down again. Inhale it up. Exhale. Go as low as you feel comfortable. And breathe. Now this time we'll pause in the low squat and then drop your right shoulder to the left. Look over your left shoulder in a twist. And then to center, roll back up. Sit back down. Shoulder towards the right. Look over your right shoulder. Good. Inhale. Exhale to center. Stand on up. Arms extend. Feet pivot. So now they're parallel. Back to a 5-pointed star. Find your breath here. Softening your left knee. We'll take the right leg over. At the same time, the arms will lift up into Tadasana, mountain pose. Option to interlace the fingers or keep the arms separate. Inhale, exhale, half moon, side bend to the center. Inhale, exhale, up. Breath in, and the exhale, side bend out to your left. Inhale, exhale, back up, and release your arms beside you. That's our moon salutation. Great. So let's go on down to our mats now. Sitting cross-legged. Extend both arms out to the sides and relax your shoulders. Bring both arms up. Exhale, turn to your right. Place your left hand on your right knee. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, turn to look over right shoulder. Breathe. Good. Now, extend your left leg out to the side and keep the twist going. Inhale. Now, this arm, the one that is behind you, not on the knee, lift it up, arc it over, and keep going. And roll your top shoulder back and pause here. So perhaps you'll get to your toes, but most likely not. That would be totally fine if not. And we'll just hold here. Breathe. Good. Inhale, exhale, and release. Come to cross-legged center. Take a moment. Right hand on left knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale. Exhale. Twist to your left. Always tune into your breath as you move, as you hold. Great. So now we'll take the right leg out to the side. Keep holding on to the knee, the left knee. And then the arm that's behind us will arc over and turn your sternum up and hold here. Breathe in and out. Some of you might get your fingers to your toes, but it's not necessary at all. It's not a goal, because you more or less want to have a nice straight line, but a beautiful arc. Breathing in and out. Good. Inhale, exhale back up to center, and then soles of the feet can come in to touch. Pause here. Allow the knees to drop. If you can grab a hold of your feet or your ankles, you may do so. Lengthen your spine. Breathe. Take your hands outside the knees, draw the knees up into each other, and then I'm going to pivot around so that you just have my side profile. For upward facing boat. Spine is straight, shoulders are dropped. Option to stay right here with the feet touching the floor. Option to pick both feet up off the floor and pause. Arms out to the sides. Hold here. Prayer hands to your chest. Option to extend both legs and extend both arms. Hold your upward facing boat. Inhale. Exhale. Cross at the ankles and sit up, relaxing the shoulders as you do that. Transition now. Let's move on to our backs. Take time. Use your abs. Tuck your chin. Go slow. Find your way all the way down to the mat. And then once you're down, you can draw the knees into your chest and rock your lower back side to side. Good. And then plant your feet as wide as the edge of your mat. And then the knees are going to windshield wiper side to sides. Just take them over and over again. Pause when you get to as far as you can go comfortably. Don't force your way all the way to the floor. Hold the stretch. Breathe 2-3 breaths, and then up through center, other direction. Pause. Give some time for the stretch to connect. This is really great for your hip, as well as your lower back. And then do it again. And again. Good. And then back to center. Place your hands right on the edge of your butt, palms face down. Draw the knees into your chest and extend both legs up towards the ceiling. Pause here. And now slowly lower both legs towards the floor. Just as your heels would touch, don't let them touch. Bring the knees in, the floor. And then up again. So the legs are lowering towards the floor. Right as they would graze the floor, you bring the knees back in, shoot both legs back up. Now let's open in a straddle this time to work the inner thighs and outer thighs, and bring them back in again and lower. So let's do this a number of times. Inhale up, in, exhale up, open in a straddle, and close. Again, inhale, exhale. It honestly doesn't matter when you breathe in and when you breathe out. It just matters that you breathe in and you breathe out. Just keep the breath easy and even. And don't over breathe either. Don't try to make the deepest breaths ever. Just easy, calm breath through your nose is important. Next time the legs are up, pause here. And now lift your upper body. So head, shoulders, torso, arms can now come up. So you're about 6 inches off the floor. Shoulders drop. Focus on your navel. Here we can do breath of fire option if you would like. Take a breath in. Exhale. Pump your belly as you exhale through your nose. Go. Mouth stays closed. Deeper breath in. Hold your breath. While holding your breath, lift your tailbone, lift your chest, lift your tailbone, lift your chest. Hold here, feel the intensity. And then slowly, as you bend the knees, you can lower the shoulders and head back to the floor and release. You can find your hands on top of your knees and start to circle around. Give your lower back a beautiful massage. Reverse direction. Great. And then plant both feet on the floor. Feet are more or less hip width apart. Heels are underneath the knees and arms are beside you. Find a moment here, root down. Feel your feet, the soles of your feet, low back and your shoulders. So we'll do bridge 3 ways. First we'll start this way. Wherever you landed, that's totally good. And now root down in the feet. Keep the shoulders down, lift the hips up. Keep your upper rib cage still on the floor and concentrate on lifting your hips and inner thighs engage, butt engage, and breathe. It's really key to breathe here. Energize this pose. Really great for our bones and our muscles. Helps to build bone density. It's true. Take a breath. Exhale, lower back down. Okay, now take your feet wider and we'll do the same thing. Root down, arms down, lift up. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your butt. Holding about 3-4 breaths. Good, now take a breath in and exhale, lower. And now the third way, we'll walk our feet forward and then bring your arms out like cactus and lift your hips up. So cactus the arms, have more of an extension of your legs and press up and feel that different muscles have to do work to hold you up and breathe. Always have this sense of rooting down at the same time as pressing up. Inhale, exhale, lower. Now, our last little bit before we do relaxation will be some type of inversion. So your choice. If you have a block, you could place a block underneath your lower back. You could simply bring your knees in and then extend the legs up in what I call legs up the invisible wall here. You could actually go to a wall if you want to move and just lift your legs and have the support of a wall. Or if you know it's safe for you and you've done it before and you feel like doing it now, a full shoulder stand. Rock up, place your hands on your lower back, tilt your pelvis, and hold. Remember not to turn your head either direction. Just keep it straight so you won't be putting pressure on the neck vertebra while twisting the neck vertebra. So whichever version of inversion that you chose, let's hold for about 30 seconds to a minute. Breathing in and out through your nose. And now begin to release carefully. If you were legs up the invisible wall, you can bend your knees and release your feet back to the floor. And again, a little counter move would be nice here. Again, windshield wiper your knees side to side. And for any of you that would like to counterpose the neck with a little traction, interlace your fingers behind your head, elbows splay out, take a breath, and then lift up and give your upper back a little bit of a stretch. Inhale and exhale, release. Let's find our way to relaxation for the final few moments of this video. So you go ahead and lie down, arms beside you, palms face up. Anything that would make you extra comfortable, like a blanket or an eye bag, you can gather that up. But find a few moments of stillness here. Lying down or sitting up. And once you find the comfortable place, close your eyes. Just go inside. Take note of the feeling of your breath coming in through your nose, out through your nose. Perhaps notice the easy rise and fall of your belly and your chest as you breathe. Just take note and then let go of that awareness and perhaps become aware of any sounds in your environment. You may hear sounds in the room you're in, outside of the room. You'll hear my voice and perhaps other sounds from my room in the recording. Notice sounds. And finally, let go of noticing sounds and see if you can take a few moments of simply being without a focus, completely open. When a thought comes through, you can note the thought, but then let it go through, pass on by, so you can simply be with stillness, emptiness between the thoughts. Begin now to come back. If you're lying down, you can start the process of stretching and moving a little bit so you can come back up to your seat to join me in a seated position to end our session. So once you've transitioned from your lying down position up to your seat, take a moment to re-ground yourself in the seated position. And let's take a moment to meditate on the moon's energy, just a moment, to reflect upon the energy of the moon. I don't know what the moon is at the time that you're doing this video. It's in some type of a phase from 0 to full, right? Somewhere along the way. But you can be sure that the moon's energy is affecting your energy. It rules emotions. It pulls on the water, on the tides and your internal waters. So there's always the energy of the moon in play. And without having to understand beyond that, just take a moment, close your eyes, reflect on the moon. Know that the moon actually is supporting you and smiling down on you. The feminine energy of the moon. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Send good wishes and prayers for healing to all beings around the planet. and a huge wish for the good of our planet, planet Earth. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you're new, I certainly welcome you. And if you'd like to join my mailing list, if you haven't already done so, there's a link below this video where you can give me your email address and I will communicate with you and you can communicate back with me. So I appreciate your support and I'll see you next time at Forever Yoga with Susanna.